Okay, moving right along here, I got the gusset stuff made up. You see, this is the pieces we made before with the angle and use the router, saw, and the little square blocks. They're screwed together with, well, they're sheetrock screws, but we use them for wood and everything. I don't know whoever invented these screws ought to get the Medal of Honor. They're the best screws ever. The old wedge-shaped wood screws. They don't even make them anymore that I know of. Anyway, this is all made up. Now what I do is that this is the top side. This is the upside. This is the A side of the plywood. So what I do is I divide it in half, which is 60 inches. It's 10 feet, so 60 inches. Put a line there. Divide this in half, which this is 60 inches, so 30 inches. Put a line on that. Line it up. And then I take a combination square from the edge, like this. Line it all up. And take a pen, pencil, whatever. Trace it all the way around. Everything. Put it on the side. Then I take the good old Sharpie pen and mark where I want to put the screws. And I got near the end, here, in the middle, all the way down. So 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14 screws. And I was putting them in the middle piece in this part here, but because, remember, if I recall one of the other videos, I put the grain going up so that when the screws go in, it doesn't split. Well, now what happens is if you put the screw in from this way, it's going to split this piece, so you really don't need a screw in that. It's more important to get it in this. This is just basically a spacer. And so now what we do is we're going to flip it over. We're going to flip it over, measure it out on the other side, and line it up so that we could, we're going to glue it with some liquid nail, fasten it temporarily, and then flip it back over again, and then screw down through the top here and pull it up tight. And that creates a strength there. So we're going to flip it over now. Alright. And I'll get that set up and we'll be back in a minute. Okay. Put the liquid nail on the bottom of this. Set it down. Chop just 4 nails in the corners just to hold it. Now I'm going to glue these gussets on, these little dummy gussets. Put them on like that, a little glue. Stick them in line with this part right here. Just press it down. And then just hit it with a couple of nails. Just to hold it in place till you get a screw on the other side. They don't really do anything. They don't afford any strength to the bottom at all. Just for looks. Down. These guns are great, man. Don't have to have no air. Don't need no air compressor. For what I do with them, works out good. Okay. Flip it over, put the screws in them. Done. Now, while I'm talking here, I'm searching around town here, trying to find fiberglass. I guess I can get it offline, but online, offline, whatever, the web. I can get it in short pieces, but then there'd be a seam, and I don't want a seam. I don't think that's gonna, I want it one piece all the way down. So I have to determine that. I'm not even sure whether that does anything. But anyway, now I'm going to put the screws in, and then when I'm all done, I'm going to take some Bondo and put some Bondo in the holes and be done with that. I'm going to sand the other side and so on, and then this part of the job is done. Then from here, after I decide what I'm going to do about the fiberglass, I'm going to paint them black on the bottom, then they're all completed, and then I'm going to go ahead then and start building each car individually from that. That's it. Okay, easy. What I'm doing now, I use Bondo, all the screw heads, fill them in, sand them off, just to make it flat, so no water voids or anything. If my fiberglass is, I haven't decided that yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. I radius this off right here because the end, the casting on the end, underneath here, has a radius, and I don't want to, I could have milled that, I guess, but I don't want to weaken this flange anymore. So I just figured I'll radius it off so it sits a little bit tighter and a little bit flatter. So I'm doing that now on every bottom, and then just keep working down the line. I'm going to do the other end in a minute, and we're all set to go. Nothing fancy. Just a little radius on there. Actually, a pretty good size radius. I hit with the sander a little bit. One thing nice about this router, it has this plug plugged down. Let's leave it there and put the router in the other room.